Hey y'all, we're gonna let Heather film. We're gonna go.
Is this the right way, or is it supposed to be the other way?
Do it like that.
This way. You know it.
It don't matter. I don't think.
It'll flip upside down. Woohoo! Sorry for the raindrops. It's an old, pretty house. I don't think nobody lives there.
Mm-hmm. I think they do.
They keep it mowed. Goodness.
We're in the Cullioca/Mooresville Triangle. Look at this bridge.
I know. Sorry.
This is where we grew up running, or I grew up running around. Of course, we keep saying this, what many houses down here. We were just at a steakhouse. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's one of the best steakhouses in the state, probably. And in the old country store. I was telling Heather a story about my cousin and I. We'd always out hunting and camping and fishing at night. All this. We were on one of the creeks down here camping and fishing, and we didn't bring enough food. People were cracking up cans and stuff, and my cousin and I, we heard some frogs on the creek, and we went and got us a few frogs, skinned them, put them on sticks, cooked them over the fire. Right then, I forgot how old I was. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start carrying pepper, salt, shakers in the truck. My buddy bought that truck new in like 1987. Yep. It's been sitting there for years. I wished I had it. We'll show you how country folks do it. Pull over and let people come around them. I don't know if these are country folks.
Oh, you better watch his mailbox.
I got it.
I guess he was going to roll down the window and talk, but
Who?
that dude rolled the window down.
Oh. Yeah, that means they ain't from here.
That old blue car.
The old Falcon, Ford Falcon or something. Yeah, my daddy had one like that. It's a two-door.
For sale.
Yep. He had a white one, two-door. They had a red interior, 3-speed on the column. I wonder what that mound is right there. Is that something somebody else built up, or is that it's not a pond, is it? I don't remember ever being a pond right there.
It'd be a berm for one.
Well, I do know that there are some Indian mounds, or Native American mounds down in here. If that's one, I don't think that's one.
Looks awful large.
No, there's some big ones. That's very possible. It could be what that is. And it gets about 4 or 5 minutes. Turn it off and start
It's
it up.
4. Look how bright that looks.
Look at the hill, starting up the hill. This used to be gravel. All this was gravel road. We'd run these roads at night. Nobody ever know where we were. Very few houses. down the goat trail or not. Get in there and have a tree down. Can't turn around, there's not enough room, you have to back out. I haven't heard a whole lot of booger stories from back in here, but I have heard a few that are connected ridges, but probably the reason I hadn't heard any is because there's no population. There's, I'm 54 years old, and this is one of the as far out sparse roads as you can get. Maybe there's been a few people move in, but all the same families pretty much own a lot of the same farms, I guess. So unless some of those people had anything happen, I don't see why they wouldn't have any back here. We spend a lot of time back through here growing up. Never really had anything happen. Hickory trees and stuff right up on the road. And there's no, there are no utilities. There's a new drive going down in there. I don't know what that is. New fence. Somebody must have bought this place. Now we're coming up to the T here. So the right's the goat trail. We'll give it a shot. Looks like they tar and chipped it, so maybe the road's in better shape. Immediately it feels like the road's closing in on you, because you get like no traffic hardly at all through here. It's 61 out. It feels pretty good, but it's drizzling rain. These hayfields here. You're on top of the ridge. There's some major ridges here. This is the goat trail, y'all. And the road's in better shape, but there are no houses on this road whatsoever. So, look back. I don't know if y'all can see that, how big that field is. But I've got some mics coming for the iPhone, and it has a wind dampener on both of them that can be used or not used. So when we're driving, we won't get much wind. But yeah, it's a. Let me see here. We used to ginseng hunt. I'm not gonna say right here, but some of these hills, and there's a place I can turn and go up here. That's, you got to pick your poison, which one you want to go to. The road looks like it's in better shape than I've ever seen it, but I don't know if this is the county line right here, but usually in the past, when you take this left right here, it gets really narrow, and I don't foresee them widening the road up here. Now, one night we came through right here in this pull off.
Oh my, somebody's got a love seat.
There's a lot of people would come park up here, you know, with their boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. But we interrupted a lot of folks back in the day. But one night we come through and there was a Mustang GT, a brand new Mustang GT on fire. Now it gets a little hairy, y'all. Here, I'm gonna hand this over to Heather. I don't want to bounce off a tree. I mean, can y'all still believe there's roads like this nowadays? When we were out in Wyoming and South Dakota, Heather and I would take back roads like this, and it got a little spooky at times because nobody knew where we were. If we had a flat, we'd be in trouble, kind of like now. Because I don't see me being able to change a flat and shape I'm in. The roads narrow, or like my daddy used to say, nary. And that can mean two different things. Nary a one, like none, or nary like narrow. So yeah, that's why it's so hard to look at this. Hold on. Give me that camera. Oh, what is that? That's there's some kind of vegetation mashed down and laid down, and it's turned different colors, like something has killed it, like Daddy would say. See that? It stands out like a sore thumb, but it's been mashed down. It don't look like it's been mashed down by water because nothing else is. It's just in those two areas right here. Maybe deer, or I'm not getting down in there and see if I'm finding any tracks either. Sorry, y'all. Look, there's maybe it's just the way that stuff grows, which is odd, but you can see it all through there. We used to come up here and get buckeyes out of the road. I used to know where there was trees, but people know what buckeyes are. Whichever county this is, they have come up through here and graded it a little bit. Keep eye on the time. It used to. There are places you'd have to put it in four-wheel drive. Not necessarily right here, but there was really, really big ruts and holes. These trees are right on the road here. You have to see if you meet somebody. What are you gonna do? I've had to back out of here a few times in other vehicles.
You'd have to go to one of these gate openings, I guess.
Yeah. Now, this road right here goes back to where we came from. Just earlier, where we ate at. You can get, but it's real pretty through here. Look at all the honeysuckles here, y'all. This is a power line cut, so if you had a high vision point right here, but see, look, let me show y'all something. So here's the power line cut. You can see the power lines up there. Look how high this honeysuckle is. I mean, if I was standing 5 yards into there, you couldn't see me. And there's the ground right here. That's so you don't think something can hide from you? And this is just right here. But this is a do over the top of the truck there. This is a cut through. And there's traffic right here. Stuff been coming up down the bank. Not a ton, but some. There's some slide marks. Did you see that fence on that oak tree? Somebody probably put up 100 years ago. Look how thick this is. In the wintertime, you can come through here. You can see down in here. But this time of year, I see a little game trail right there. But
Look at that gnarly looking.
yeah. You want to show out your side?
Be a good place to lake. Well, I mean.
Well, I mean.
What cut through that tree right there at your head?
Whatever comes through here, that's a road grader or something. There's a broken tree right over here. Looks like a little bit of a twist to it. See, and people are like, well, they should be able to see. You ain't gonna see nothing through here that don't want to be seen. I promise you that. Look down in there on the camera. I mean, that's as open as you're gonna get around here right there. But you're not gonna sneak up on anything because the gravel's popping. Everything here is gonna know you're coming through here way before you get here. And y'all, there's absolutely no house. I don't know how far. Look at this.
Who did you just run over?
Just a stick. Look here. You talking about if you had a day just to come through here and film? And I'm breaking this up, y'all, into 4 or 5 minute chunks because it makes it easier to download later. Look. And people say that certain states are boogery. Well, this is where I grew up. We ran all these hills. Smell that? That's mountain lion. That's a male mountain lion, is what that is. I've smelled that before. There. It's male cat, and it is strong, y'all. So I know it has. See, I told you that's what it come in. That time I told everybody a mountain lion peed in my mouth. I was gagging and spitting. That's what that is. You smell it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, make sure you don't see something crouching down somewhere. So what I would think right here by smelling this, this might be a crossing spot. Now I have heard mountain lions off in here. I pulled over to, and people say that certain states are boogery. Well, this is where I grew up. We ran all these hills. Smell that? That's a mountain lion. That's a male mountain lion, is what that is. I've smelled that before. There. It's male cat, and it is strong, y'all. So I know it has. See, I told you that's what it come in. That time I told everybody a mountain lion peed in my mouth. I was gagging and spitting. That's what that is. You smell it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, make sure you don't see something crouching down somewhere. So what I would think right here by smelling this, this might be a crossing spot.